Hello, my name is Roderick Sneed, and too many times I see people create goals for the year and it just doesn't happen. I feel like this is something that we all do for like New Year's Eve, December 31st, and somehow, some way, we all know that we're not going to complete them. So, this way that I created guarantees that you are accountable for yourself. So, I'm not going to say you won't fail it because that's up to you at the end of the day. But this, instead of thinking about it as goals, it's a way of a lifestyle. So let's get into it. Because to stop chasing goals, it's right here. Stop chasing goals. Okay, that's the first thing. Because the issue is when we look at what we want to become, we just think, okay, I want this. Or, okay, I want to have a car by the end of 2025. Or I want to have a Lamborghini by the end of 2025. Okay, and I want a Tesla. Can I get a Tesla? Like, you can't just think about what you want with your goals. You can't just think about, okay, I'm going to work out every day. Okay, I've heard that too many times. Well, what did you do before that? Did you even work out? If you're going from no workout to workout every day, you're just not doing something sustainable for yourself. So, first thing, step one. Step one is called brain flow. Okay, now I want everyone, if you're watching this, just get a piece of paper. Okay, it's not that hard. Please get a piece of paper and you're just going to think. Please. I guarantee it will work. And this is what brain flow is. Essentially, you have your mind. This is this little circle here is my mind. Okay. Then all you're going to do is sit back and write everything that you think about, everything that you do, right? So let's say I'm an athlete. Then you're going to write basketball right here, okay? Let's say you also read. Then you're going to put that right here. Everything that you do, even to the littlest thing. Let's say every single weekend you watch TV. You're going to write TV. Just sit back and think about everything that you do. So I'm going to write some practice ideas on this mind right here because this right here is supposed to be replicating exactly what your brain thinks about on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, there are going to be days that you think about things that aren't predicted, but many of the days we think about the same stuff. So for this practice mind, we're going to say, I'm going to put, he plays basketball. He likes to read. Let's see. Let's say for his hobbies, he likes playing guitar and piano. Um, let's say he builds websites. I don't know. So coding, right? Let's see. Even little details, right? Because I have mine right here. I don't want everyone to see it, but even little things. Let's say community service. I'm using mine as a little reference example to come up with fake ideas. And of course, let's say he's also in college. I'm in college. Let's say he's in college. So that means school, aka academics. And don't forget about things that you do that you're not proud of. This is how you get the best answers. So, let's say he loves playing basketball, but he doesn't work out. Let's say he was really talented at what he does, but he doesn't work out. So, little workout, right? I'm just gonna do that. So this is the replicated. Oh, that's a terrible brain right there. But this is a replicated brain. And when you do this, this is supposed to be what your brain looks like. When you are finished writing down everything that you think about, everything that you like, you'll have something that looks more on the side of this, where it's a good looking replication of who you are. You can look at everything that's in the brain and you're like, that's basically me, because that's what I think about. So it's supposed to be a mirror reflection that you can see on paper. Okay. That's when we get to step 2. And this part is, after looking at it, you're going to be like, well, since everyone's doing this 2025 thing coming up, for 2025, who do I want to be? This is an important question. I don't want you to say, what do you want? I don't want you to just think about the physical or even mental things that you're trying to accomplish. I want you to think about your character first. I want you to think about, when other people think about you, who do you want to be known as? And not just other people, to yourself, who do you want to be known as? This is the most important thing, because who you truly want to be is then going to reflect in what you think about. What you think about should reflect who you want to be, and vice versa. So let's say this mind right here, I'm going to call it mine, but this is not mine. But let's say for 2025, I want to be a better guitarist, right? I want to be better. I just want to focus on my guitar ability. I also want to make sure that I'm doing good academically. I'm in college. I want to go just 4 years. So good academically. And then the next one, let's say I want to create something bigger than myself. So with my coding skills and with my community service skills, I want to just create something bigger than myself. I don't know what yet. I just want to create a business, okay? But you don't know what. You might not know, but that's who you want to be. So let's say create a business. And I don't want to just say create a business, okay? Because for each of these 3, these are very, very unspecific. Very unspecific. So we're gonna look at them. Better guitarist. Okay. What does better guitarist mean? Let's say this is the step that you actually look at what a goal is. This is when you actually put a goal. So for better guitarist, let's say I want to play in a band. That's the goal, right? This is where the goal becomes effective. But you can't start off with a goal without knowing who you want to be and where you are right now. So, better guitarist, and specifically, I want to be in a band. Good academically. What does this mean? Well, for me, I want all A's, of course. A's. Or 3.8 GPA. You might not see the GPA part, but oh Jesus, that's a terrible G. Anyway, 3.8 GPA. Now for create a business. Now this is very unspecific because we don't know what business we want. So let's think. What is a goal that I can create? Well, let's say it's up and running. Let's say by the end of 2025, you have an up and running business. Up and running business by the end of 2025. So I see myself now. I see the things I'm good at. I see what I do on a day-to-day basis. And I see who I want to be. Right? Well, now since I have that, we can get to step 3. if I can actually put this piece of paper up. There we go. And the thing about this is, which is nice, I can see behind it. So it allows me to see what I just wrote. So step 3, we're going to flip it up. Because now, since I know what my brain is and I know what I want to be, if you've guessed correctly, step 3 is reflection. Okay? So now, you might be asking, what is reflection? Because we've been doing reflection this entire time. Well, not necessarily. Because we've just been doing, what we've been doing is thinking. Reflection is adding something to it. Reflection is part of an action. Okay? So with the brain, I'm going to just put a little pretend brain right here. This was the brain on the other piece of paper, squiggly, 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 boom, boom, boom. A bright, intelligent mind, which you have, right? So with this brain that I now see, you are going to cut off things you no longer want to be associated with, no longer things you want to do. Like, for example, the TV. Maybe I need to cut back on my TV actions. So when we had TV right here, line it out. Just mark it up. Like whatever you don't want to be associated with. Oh, now since we're in college, I'm no longer a high school basketball hooper. And maybe I want to drop playing basketball. Right? But I still want to make sure I stay fit. So that means your little workout that you still have will still stay on inside of your brain. But the basketball will be cut off and the TV will be cut off. Because this reflection is going to be representing what you want your brain to become. Okay? So if you want your brain to become stuff without basketball, stuff without a lot of TV, that's what you're going to mark out of your brain. And you're going to look at that, and every month to month, you're going to be like, am I doing what I wrote down? Okay. Now that's reflection. Step 4. This is the biggest action. System, not goal. I should say systems. Systems, not goals. Okay? Because this is where our goals, right here. But this is where true action comes in. This is where the true, New Year resolution comes in. I want to be a better guitarist, right? Okay. So this is what you're going to do. Because I've done it every year starting in 2023. You're going to write, for better guitarists, you're going to write guitar. This is an example. And then on a day-to-day basis, you're going to say, what do I need to do to improve? Okay. So you have guitar right here. Because what you need to break it down into is little steps day by day. So, I just cut out TV. Think about how many days or how many hours you watch TV. Okay, let's say it's about an hour and a half. You're not cutting it out, but you're cutting it smaller. So let's say you're going to cut TV to 45 minutes. So just say, now don't do anything unrealistic, remember. But you're going to create 3 subcategories for your goal of things you need to do. So that means practice 4 days a week. I hope everyone can read the handwriting because I'm writing pretty fast. But practice 4 days a week. And that's not where we stop. This is the difference between goals and systems. Let's say a new song a month. I'm going to learn a new song on the guitar a month. This will keep me accountable. This will keep me truly accountable. And if you don't want 4 days, you do 2. If you want 3 days. It just depends on where you are at in your life. Me, I try to do 4 days a week. That's me specifically, and I try to do a new song a month. And then I even wrote down for my guitar, because I like playing guitar as well. I put new chord a week. That's when I started in 2024. I wrote down new chord a week. And I did this for every single one of my goals. Every single one of these are goals. In a band, A's or 3.8 GPA, a business up and running, that's a goal. But to actually have true success, you need to create a system to where you have specific action words. And if anyone knows, because when I say systems, not goals, this part, step 4, is coming from one of the greatest books of all time, Atomic Habits. I know most people have heard of it. If you haven't, you need to read it. But all it essentially says, if you don't want to read it, is goals don't push you to the edge. Systems do. So now every week, you're going to be like, okay, I have to play for 4 times a week. I need to learn a song a month, and I need to learn a new chord a week. And you're going to do this exact same step for good grades academically. Okay, what do I need? How many study hours do I really need to put in to get A's or 3.8 or create a business? Okay, first month, think about ideas. Second month, do trial and error. Third month, you're going to do this for every single goal. And by the end of the year, you just have habits. You just have habits. This is a habit. This is a habit. This is a habit. This is a goal. And once you do that, you truly will have success for what you want to have. So I don't want to hear New Year's resolution, but I really want to hear what systems, what habits are you creating to get what you want. Hopefully this video was very useful to you. Subscribe, check out my other video, and enjoy the grind.